Many guys think they're a Sigma male, but not everyone knows what it truly means to be one. Just because you're not an alpha or beta male doesn't automatically make you a Sigma. There's much more to this personality type than meets the eye. Sigma males do their own thing, march to their own beat, and they're not easily impressed. They live outside typical social hierarchies, so it's difficult for regular guys to understand their habits and behaviors, let alone try to adopt them. While being a Sigma might seem easy, it's not something that can be easily replicated. Here are 6 Sigma male habits that regular guys find challenging. Number 1. They can be dangerous when provoked but prefer peace. Friedrich Nietzsche once said, "A calm and modest man is far more dangerous because his silence hides his strength." This perfectly describes Sigma males. They are not looking for trouble or a fight. They like to mind their own business and don't need to bother people. They prefer peace and quiet in their lives. You won't see them starting arguments or picking fights. They just want to be left alone to do their own thing. But if you push them too far, things can change quickly. When a Sigma male gets mad, it can be surprising because he usually seems so cool and calm. He keeps to himself and stays out of drama. But when someone keeps bothering or treating him unfairly, he won't just sit back and take it forever. There comes a point where he has had enough. When that happens, Sigma men can be really dangerous. It's like waking a sleeping lion. They might not roar often, but when they do, you'll know about it. Sigma males are strong and smart, and when they finally take action, it can be intense. They won't play games or try to prove how tough they are. They will just handle the situation in a way that stops it for good. This can be really hard for regular guys to understand. They might think someone who likes peace can't be tough, but Sigma males don't need to win fights to prove their strength. They know how to take care of things when they need to, even if it means being firm or even a bit scary. Regular guys might spend a lot of time trying to show how strong or powerful they are. They might get into lots of arguments or fights, thinking that's what makes them strong. But for Sigma males, true strength is about knowing when to stay calm and when to take action. They save their energy for when it really counts. While they would much rather live a peaceful life, they are not to be underestimated when their peace is disturbed and they are left with no choice. These individuals can be very dangerous. This balance of peace and power is something that regular guys often find hard to understand and even harder to adopt. Number 2. They're not interested in power struggles. Sigma males don't care about being the boss or showing who's in charge. They don't need to be the leader of the pack or the loudest in the room. While other guys might get into fights or arguments to prove their dominance, Sigma males just don't see the point. They find power struggles pointless and would rather focus their energy on their own goals. Regular guys often don't get this. They think you have to constantly show your strength to earn respect. However, Sigma males get respect in a different way. They get it because they know themselves well and don't need to prove anything to anyone. This can be really hard for others to understand. They might see a Sigma not getting involved in a power struggle and think he's weak or uninterested, but that's not the case at all. Sigma males know that real strength doesn't need to be shown off. They're not the alpha males who crave admiration and attention. They're satisfied with their own internal power and don't need to prove it to anyone. Many guys spend a lot of time and energy trying to get power. They want to be the boss or the one everyone listens to. These power struggles can be tough and messy. Those who want power often have to push others down or fight hard to get to the top. They might lie, cheat, or even betray their friends. It's like being in a never-ending game where you always have to prove you're the strongest or smartest. When you're busy trying to win power struggles, you're wasting time and energy. Sigma males choose where to put their energy wisely and don't let others pull them into unnecessary fights. When everyone around them is getting worked up over who's in charge, these men keep their cool. They don't let their emotions control them, and they don't let others control them either. This might be a little intimidating for those guys who are used to showing their emotions more openly. They think you'll never get anywhere if you don't fight for power. Number 3. They're capable leaders but prefer to lead from behind. Many guys just want to be known as leaders. They like the idea of being in charge and having people look up to them. It makes them feel proud, and it's something they often talk about. But not everyone who wants to be a leader is really cut out for it. Some just like the title and the power that comes with it, even if they don't have the skills to back it up. While Sigma males are often capable leaders, they don't necessarily go after the title. They don't crave the spotlight or need to be the face of the team. They are leaders in their own right but prefer to lead from behind. A true leader doesn't always have to be the one giving commands or being in front of everyone else. They just lead by example and influence others quietly. They focus on getting results rather than receiving praise. Regular guys often find this habit hard to understand. They think being the leader means being the loudest and most noticeable person in the room. But Sigma males don't see it that way. The best leaders are those who understand their team, guide them subtly, and let their actions speak louder than their words. They don't need to control everything or have the last word. They also don't mind stepping back and letting others take the spotlight if it means the team will do better. This can be confusing for some people as it's not the traditional idea of a leader. Number 4. They listen way more than they speak. Did you know that the average person only remembers about 25% of what they hear? That means most of us are forgetting 75% of all conversations. But this is where Sigma males differ. They might appear mysterious or reserved, but that's just because they're absorbing everything around them. While most guys may chat away trying to make their point, Sigma males sit back and take note of every detail. They value their words, so when they do speak, it's impactful and meaningful. For most people, being quiet is seen as something negative. We're used to thinking that speaking up is the only way to show intelligence. But Sigma males flip the script. While others are trying to impress the boss with endless chatter, these individuals are the ones noting down what everyone is saying, analyzing it, and coming up with the best solutions later. Take a moment to think about this. Researchers from the University of South Wales found that people who listen more than they speak are perceived as more trustworthy and intelligent. It makes sense, right? When you listen, you show that you care about other people's opinions, which earns you their respect. For most guys, this habit can be a challenge. They may feel the need to fill up silence with talk, thinking that it makes them look more important. However, Sigma males let their silence speak volumes, often making them seem wiser and more composed. Number 5. They don't let emotions guide their decisions. Sigma males are super rational and logical. They often think things through so carefully that they can seem a bit cold. While some people might let their feelings decide what to do, Sigma males focus on facts and what makes the most sense. This makes them reliable and good at making decisions, but it can surprise people who are used to more emotional reactions. Think about how emotions can mess with how you see things. If you're really angry, you might make a choice you regret later. Feelings can be tricky, so Sigma men try to keep them out of important decisions. This makes them calm even in tough situations, which can be very helpful. Some might think Sigma males don't care because they don't show their feelings much. But that's not true. They just believe it's better to think things through instead of acting on impulse. If a regular guy gets really excited about something, he might jump in without a plan, but a Sigma will look at all the options and pick the best one. It's not always easy to do this. Our feelings are strong, and ignoring them takes practice. Sigma males are like the friend who tells you to calm down and think before you act. They might seem a bit unfeeling, but they just want to make the best choice. This habit can be really hard for regular guys to adopt. They might feel things very strongly and let those feelings guide them, even if it means making a mistake. They'd rather follow their heart than think things through. While this can have its benefits, it can also lead to impulsive and sometimes regrettable decisions. Number 6. They are not impressed by social status. You've probably seen it before. Someone gets a bit of power or fame, and suddenly they're a different person. You can tell just by the way they walk, talk, and look at you. It's like they forgot where they came from, and now they have this new image to keep up. They act like they're better than everyone else. This change can be so obvious and sometimes a bit sad. Sigma men are not impressed by these people at all. They might even avoid them. For a Sigma, real value doesn't come from how much money you have or the title next to your name. They care about who you are, not what you have. True respect and value come from your actions and how you treat others, not from showing off your status. But we live in a world where status seems to matter a lot, and the average guy often spends a lot of time trying to climb the social ladder. Whether it's having the newest gadgets, driving a fancy car, or wearing the latest trends, They believe these things will make them appear more important or successful to others. It's like a never-ending competition to impress people, even if it means buying things they can't afford. This can also be seen on social media, where people are constantly showcasing their material possessions in an attempt to gain validation and admiration from others. While this may seem harmless, it can lead to a shallow and materialistic mindset. That's why Sigma males don't buy into this game of status. They hate the idea of trying to keep up with the Joneses just to look good to others. A lot of them don't even bother posting on social media or caring about followers and likes. They may have a 3-year-old profile picture because they simply don't care about presenting a perfect image to the world. All they want is to be out of the spotlight and live life on their own terms, not society's expectations.